right? So this is how it applies to the critical section. So while test and set is true, the function is true, the output of that function is true, it will be in the loop. If not, it will enter the critical region. Immediately after that, lock will be set to false and go to the remainder section of the particular process. So that is how this test and set approach is applied to uh, critical section as a solution. So we will take a simple example like this. So we have two processes, P1 and P2. So there are critical regions in both. So what we need to do is we have to protect the critical region, and then uh, we have to check whether we can meet the condition, three conditions, that is mutual exclusion, progress and bounded weight. So we'll see in a sequence like this while test and set. So initially lock is set to false, right? Initially the lock is set to false. So when we execute the first line of P1, so while test and set uh, will pass the value of the lock is false. So what happens is lock value will be copied to RV becomes false, and then lock is set to true and it returns RV. So from the while loop, now test and set is false, right? So P1 does not uh, wait in the loop, so it exits. P1 can enter the critical region. Why? Because the value of RV is false. So suppose that there's a context switch. Assume that P1 is entered the critical region. So now there's a context switch. That means P1 is stopped, give the chance to P2. So we will execute P2 to check whether there are enough resources for the P2, and also P2 can enter the critical region. Now here when we use the function, now at the moment lock is true, RV is false. So lock is true and RV becomes true, and the lock is set to true from this function, and it returns the value of RV. RV is also true. So what happens is while test and set is true, it's inside the loop. Now at the moment the output of test and set is true. So while loop is true, while loop condition is true, so it's in the waiting state. So until P1 completes and put the lock into false, P2 cannot enter the critical region. So P2 is in the loop. So after a while, let's say assume that there's a context switch again. So P1 gets the chance. So after completing the critical region, P2 will release the lock. That means lock will be set to false. So what happens is when lock is set to false, P1 can enter any other work. So suppose that there's another context switch going from P1 to P2, and now the condition is checked again, lock is false, that means while loop becomes false. So P2 can enter the critical region. And then we have to think about the three conditions, that is mutual exclusion. So we can show the mutual exclusion like this: when P1 enters the critical region, P2 is waiting. So P2 cannot enter the critical region. So immediately after P1 completes, the lock will be set to false. That means another process can enter the critical region. So in this case, we can see when the um, when P2 can enter the critical region after P1 complete its critical region, and lock will be set to false. So then P2 can enter the critical region. So that is progress. So bounded waiting, P1 runs only once, right, and give the chance to P2. So that is the solution for the critical region using test and set. So do you have any questions regarding this test and set?